Hey guys, this is the FitRanX level 2 test. I'm going to be running you through the strength and conditioning components. I'm going to be acting as the client doing the actual exercises. This is going to demonstrate to you the exercises, sets, reps and times according to the level test. And Taryn is going to be doing the coaching guidelines whilst I'm performing. Alright, let's jump in.
Okay, so first up on the level 2 we have your inverted rows. Robbie, being a guy, is going for 10 reps, so he's going to climb on in there, lay down, he's going to straighten his body, hips up, chest up first before he pulls, and there we go, pulling all the way up. You want to get those elbows at least in line with the torso or further. That would count as a sufficient rep. Make sure that you don't stop in between your reps. You need to complete all of them before you are finished. Otherwise, it would be an automatic fail. Alright, nice and easy. First one is down. Robbie's first minute of rest now kicks in. Okay, next up we have the 60 overhead body weight squats in 2 minutes. So feel free to, either just do it freestanding, or you can grab something like a skipping rope or anything that you can get your hands on, a broom, a mop, whatever. Just to help you keep your arms up over your head. Your hands shouldn't drop below eye level. With this element, he's going for 60 reps in 2 minutes. It helps to shout out every 10, 20, 30 as you go along, or else have the person filming you also help just count. Okay, so in this one we're looking for his hips to be either in line with his knees or lower. That would be great. And yeah, remember the 2 minutes is your own. You can stop and go as much as you like, as long as you get it in 2 minutes. Right, ready and go. Okay, so as you can see, his hands are staying up above his head. His bum is still coming down past the knees, or at least in line with the knees. And he's going to go for his 60 in 2 minutes. His first 30 seconds done. He has a minute 30 remaining. Okay, so this is quite a sneaky exercise. It really gets the heart rate going. Sorry about that. Your heart rate really gets, pumping through the roof. Your breathing escalates quite quickly. So it isn't as easy as what it looks. Robbie's doing a great job though. That's 1 minute 15 down, 45 seconds remaining.
The blood flow to the arms.
Yeah. Okay, we have 30 seconds left. Okay, let's see him bang it out now. There we go. Get through those reps. Okay, so also remember, however fast you do it, whatever's left of your 2 minutes is extra rest for you before your minute rest kicks in afterwards. 5 seconds. Alright. Okay, so Rob made that just in the nick of time. He had 3 seconds to spare. That's okay, as long as you get them done in the 2 minutes. So his minute rest is kicked in now. Next up we have the regular push-ups from the toes. Okay, so normal guy push-ups. For the gentleman, Robbie needs to do 25 in age bracket 1. He's still got 40 seconds rest remaining. In this exercise, you want to make sure your body is nice and straight, hands are outside the shoulders, hips aren't sagging or elevated in the air. And remember, you need to complete all your reps. So in Robert's case, all 25 reps without stopping or dropping to your knees. Otherwise, it is an automatic fail. Okay, we still got 15 seconds. Okay, let's get ready. We got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so body perfectly straight, dropping down, get that torso either in line with the elbows or lower. Feet are hip width apart, he's banging them out perfectly. Okay, again, get all those reps done without stopping. Good job. Right, 1 minute rest again. Okay, so that's 3 of the 5 strength elements complete. Next up, we're going to be heading over to the mat for Robert to do his weighted kettlebell hip thrust. Okay, so in this exercise, you need to calculate your weight. In Robert's instance, for a guy doing age bracket 1, it needs to be 15% of his body weight. So Robbie's going to be using a 14 kilogram kettlebell. Whatever yours is, if you do end up on a strange number, say it's like a 11.2, you will need to jump up to the next weight. Okay, so you would then use a 12 kilogram, not a 10. Right, we still got 20 seconds rest remaining. Ten seconds. Right, so he's going to lay down and grab that kettlebell. He's going to be placing it on his hips. 5 seconds. His feet are hip width apart. And go. Okay, so feet are hip width apart. His toes are drawn up towards the roof and holding that weight securely on his hips. He's lifting them all the way up, getting a nice straight line from the shoulders, hips, and knees at the top, and dropping it back down again. He's going for 20 reps for this specific age bracket. We love to make jokes with this exercise, never making eye contact with anybody else whilst doing it. Things could get a little bit awkward, but it's a fun one. It's great for the glutes. Okay, so that one's done as well. His minute rest is kicked in. We are now going into the last one of the strength component for level 2, which is his side plank, which he's going to be holding for 45 seconds on each side. The top arm is going to be up in line with the shoulders, and once 45 seconds is complete on one side, he will have 5 seconds to roll over and do the other side for 45 seconds as well. Okay, so very important, don't dilly-dally in between the two sides. You have 5 seconds to roll over and get back up into that side plank. – 20 seconds remaining. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Right, so as you can see, Robert's top arm is up directly in line with the shoulders. Robert is choosing to do the stacked side plank, which means that his 2 feet are topped or stacked one on top of the other. You do have the option of doing staggered, which means that his top foot would be in front of the other one. Heels touching to toe. Okay, so there's 2 options to do this. Whichever way you're most comfortable, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure that everything's perfectly in line. As you can see, ankles, knees, hips, and shoulder are perfectly straight, nothing sagging or dropping, and he's just holding that position for 45 seconds. 10 seconds to go. Last 5. And drop. Right, roll over in 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Okay, there we go. So this is the other position I was talking about. He's now doing the staggered position to show you. So the top leg is in front of the bottom foot, heels touching to toe. Okay, so this is also another option. You can choose to do one or the other. That's perfectly fine. Both work and both will help you pass the specific element. It's 30 seconds down, 15 to go. Last 5. And drop. Alright, that is the strength portion now complete. We are going to go into the first part of the conditioning of level 2, which is the 60 alternating kettlebell swings in 2 minutes. So again, you can use the timer on your app or your own timer, or an app on your phone, that's all perfectly fine. So 60 alternating swings in 2 minutes. Again, with regards to the kettlebell swings, this is a set weight. So for the gentleman, it would be a 16 kilogram. That is set, standardized throughout for everybody. So this isn't a weight that you need to calculate. Okay, so 25 seconds of rest before we kickstart that conditioning. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so there you can see Robbie is doing his 60 alternating swings, switching hands at the top in front of him at shoulder level. Don't switch, your kettlebell, your hands between the legs. Remember that it is a hinge movement, so he's bending over from the waist and snapping through with his glutes. It isn't a squatting motion, okay? So it's bend over and up, not a up and down motion. Okay, so remember with this exercise as well, just like his squats, however fast he does them, whatever's left of his 2 minutes is extra rest for him, okay? So if you get it done nice and quick, you get some extra breathing time before going into that first quad set of your level 2 conditioning. Okay, nice and easy, just banging them out, getting through them. He wants to get as much rest as he can. If you do need to stop, that's okay. With this element, because it's time-based, you are allowed to put the kettlebell down and resume. Main goal is as long as you get through those 60 reps in your 2 minutes. Alright, that's Robbie complete with these 60 swings. Let's check the timer. Okay, so Robert finished at about, having 25 seconds left of his 2 minutes. So that means that he now has a minute and 25 seconds of rest before we start that quad set. So going into the quad set, we have 4 elements for level 2. First one being skipping or jump rope. Second one being your farmer's walk, which you would have calculated your weights. Again, for Robbie, those would be the 14 kilograms. Third exercise is the floor jacks, and the last one would be the battle ropes. Okay, so we have skipping, farmer's walk, floor jacks, and the battle ropes. Each of those exercises he's going to be doing for 45 seconds long with 10 seconds in between, and once he's done each set, he will have 45 seconds of rest before commencing his second and third set. So we're doing this 3 times, 4 exercises back to back, 45 on, 10 off. Okay, let me move over this way. Let's just get a better angle. Okay, so you can see Robbie's timer over there. He's got 13 seconds left. Okay, get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, so we're starting off with the skipping. That's exercise 1 in level 2. With regards to skipping, obviously we understand that people trip up or whatnot. That's perfectly okay. So there you just saw Robbie do that. Just try and get going as quick as you can. Don't get crossed, don't throw the rope down. Just keep going. Alright, that's the first exercise done. Farmer's walk. So next up we have the farmer's walk coming up. Remember that your kettlebells need to be in place before the 45 seconds rest starts. So although you have 10 seconds in between, don't just hang around, get them up so that you can start walking as soon as the 45 seconds kicks in. Ah, there's the smile I was waiting for. Okay, so there's obviously no switching in this type of exercise. You just keep walking like that, keeping the torso upright, body nice and straight, good posture for the full 45 seconds. Alright, exercise 2 number done. We're going into the floor jacks next. So he's going to get down to the ground. He's got 10 seconds to do this. Hands are going to be directly beneath the shoulders, and he's simply jumping out and in with those feet. Okay, so how wide you jump isn't a huge factor. As long as those feet are coming outside of your hip width, that's perfectly okay. So again, he's just going to keep jumping for the full 45 seconds. Remember, no stopping or dropping to the knees for this element. That would qualify as an automatic fail. Okay, so far so good. This one is rather tiring, but hopefully that farmer's walk beforehand gave you a chance to just catch your breath a little bit. Again, it's just one of those that you've got to knuckle through and just keep going. Alright, last one of the quad set is the battle ropes. So Robbie's going to grab the ropes there for us. And for 45 seconds, he's just going to undulate them or slam them. That's perfectly fine. You're allowed to do both. So Robbie's going with the slamming option here, and that is the undulate. Okay, so you can either slam them both together like that, or you can alternate hands, left, right, whichever way works best for you. That's perfectly fine. What we're looking for is obviously that you keep doing the exercise for the duration of the time, and that you getting those ropes all the way to the end. Okay, so keep that ripple moving all the way to the end where the rope is anchored. Doing it halfway through isn't really exerting the right amount of strength or efforts that we're looking for in this particular exercise. Okay, so Robbie's alternating through different styles just to show you what you're allowed to do. He's nearly finished with the first quad set. There we go, bell just rang. Set 1 done. Right, so everything that Rob just did, we're going to be doing 2 more times. So this one has 4 exercises, unlike your level 1, which had 3. The times have also increased, so as opposed to doing 30 seconds for the exercises in level 1, he's doing these exercises for 45 seconds, and his rest in between the sets is also less as opposed to the level 1. So as you can see, it's progressive. He's now working longer and resting less. Alright, getting ready for the set 2. Let's do it. Back to the skipping. So just a side note, Robbie's actually really fantastic at his skipping. Unfortunately today we don't have the rope that he normally uses. This is a little scraggly one that we found in the gym. Not the best one, so that's why he's tripping up so much. He doesn't normally, and he's got a couple of skills in the bag. There you go, see. So again, if that happens, it's okay. Just get back to it. Try and get skipping as quick as you can.
It's not me, it's equipment malfunction.
Alright, exercise 2, we have the farmer's walk again. He's going to get those kettlebells up before the timer. Alright, and he's walking. Okay, so when you're filming this yourself, it doesn't really matter how far you walk or where you go, distance traveled, etc. As long as the camera stays on you, that we can see that you're continuing to walk for the duration of the time, that's all okay. Alright, farmer's walk done. Second one of the 4 exercises for this conditioning. We are going into the floor jacks next. Robbie's absolute favorite. Alright, and he's just jumping out and in, keeping that core nice and strong and engaged, and those hands directly beneath the shoulders. What we have noticed in the past is that, obviously as people get tired, they tend to slow down the jumping. With regards to that, we call it sandbagging. It's just a term that we use in the fitness industry for when you are purposely trying to make an exercise easier by either doing it slower or taking your time about it, okay? So keep that in mind, no sandbagging allowed. Keep a nice steady rhythm as you go for the full 45 seconds. Alright, going into the last one of the second quad set, battle ropes. Alright, there he goes. Okay, so as you can see, Robert is using a little bit of his body weight, thrusting at the hips, propelling the battle ropes up. That's all okay. It doesn't have to be a static movement where you're just using the arms, all right? We want you to incorporate the whole body. It does make it a little bit easier for you, and it has less of a burn on the shoulders. All right, so that's your second quad set complete. At this stage, we are now going to be going to the last and final quad set. It's all kind of rinse and repeat from here, so we're going to be doing those 4 exercises one last time, and that'll be the end of your level 2. Alright, getting ready. First exercise, skipping again. Let's go, last time. Looks like the skipping is going much better this set. Let's hope it lasts.
5 seconds short.
Okay, so as you just heard, he literally had 5 seconds, but that's okay. Don't just think, oh, it's okay, I was almost done anyways. Keep going. You need to do it for the full 45 seconds. Right, farmer's walk next, and he's walking. Okay, so again, this is coming up to the finish. This is where you really just want to catch your breath, take it easy. You got 2 more to go. A little bit of mental stamina is kicking in now. You're having some horrible conversations in your head. You're nearly there. You can do it. All right, farmer's walk is done. Sorry, we're going into those floor jacks again for the last time in level 2. All right, let's do it. Okay, so far so good. He's nearly there, nearly completed with floor jacks. So we got one more element left after this before he's done. Alright, 3 of the 4 done. This is the last set. We're coming up to the battle ropes now. Things are getting exciting. I'm sure Robert's getting excited to nearly be done. And we're going to do those battle ropes for the last time and finish off level 2. Okay, so just on another note, it doesn't matter how fast you do the battle ropes, as long as they're moving and there's a rope in constant motion at all times, that's all alright. That's essentially just kind of what we're looking for. So you don't need to bang them out or ripple it through. Take your time, get into a steady rhythm, and just, make sure that you can continue to do the exercise for the duration that you're required to do for your specific age bracket. Alright, I'm sure we're coming up to the finish now. And there we go, that is the level 2 complete. There's a happy face, all done. Okay guys, now you know that you know how to do your level 2. Show us yours.